Hi, I'm here today to share with you a LinkedIn tip that could be a game changer in your job search. Now, we have all heard that LinkedIn is a powerful tool if you're looking for a new role, but a lot of people feel like they don't know how to use it. Or maybe you're feeling like you're not sure networking works for you because you're not really sure what to say or even who to reach out to, or perhaps how to find people that might be able to help you in the process of finding a new job. So I want to address that today with a very specific strategy. Be sure to listen to the end because I'm going to also offer you some additional tips that you don't want to miss. So to begin this process, I'm going to share my screen so that you can see what I see. So I'm going to go to my LinkedIn profile page. And I'm going to look at this icon here with the briefcase, and it says jobs. And I'm going to go to the jobs section. Next, I'm going to put in the title of the job I'm looking for. So let's say I'm looking for a job as a project manager in the Philadelphia area. And LinkedIn does its magic, and it pulls up a list of project management roles, related roles that are in Philadelphia. And for the purposes of this conversation, I'm going to scroll a bit until I find something very specific. And here we go. Project Manager, City of Philadelphia. Now let's say that I have targeted the City of Philadelphia as a potential employer. And if you are not yet targeting employers, making a list of 30 to 40 employers that you want to work with, that's a subject for another conversation, but it's very, very important to have a target list of employers. But the reason I picked this job is actually because of what comes right under the heading. It tells us how many applicants. Doesn't matter how many applicants, don't let this discourage you. It tells us a little bit about the company, but here's the gold right here, connections, 12 alumni. Now, most of us scroll straight down to the qualifications or about the job, but this is really where LinkedIn distinguishes itself from other job boards. So I'm going to click on that. And here I can see a few things. What I'm looking for is a near peer, somebody who's in a similar role to the one that I might like, or is a few years out ahead of me, who could give me some insight on what it's like to work at the City of Philadelphia, and in the process, somebody that I might be able to build a relationship with. And one of the best places to start is where you already have a connection, like your alma mater. Now, in my case, I went to the University of Maryland. So these 12 people are all Terrapins just like me. The first thing I see is that one of them I actually already have is a second connection, which means we have a shared connection. That's awesome because I could ask for an introduction, but that's not why we're here today. Instead, what we want to do is find that near peer. And I'm going to look at Meredith Curran-Trago, third one down. She's manager in real estate development, and I'm interested in that. So I'd like to reach out to her. Now, your instinct might be to connect or to message her on LinkedIn. I'm advising you not to do that because people rarely respond to their LinkedIn messages. Part of the reason for that is that if we use a Gmail or a personal email for LinkedIn, which most of us do, LinkedIn messages go into that social tab in our email, and we rarely check that. So there's a good chance that if you've been doing that and not hearing anything, this is why. People don't look at that social tab. They figure that it's not important. Well, you know where people do look is they check their work email. So we want to send Meredith a message to her business email at the City of Philadelphia. And here's the trick. There's a thing called an email predictor or email domain predictor. And I'm using one called Hunter.io. Now, Hunter.io, I get nothing for this. It just happens to be free for a good number of free lookups. So we will look at that. And I put in a domain search for the City of Philadelphia, and I got philadelphia.gov. You can put in a domain search for any company. This is amazingly powerful. And then you look at the names, and you'll see that there's usually some sort of email naming protocol. In the city of Philadelphia's case, it's first name dot last name, Linda.Basillo, Camilla.Jackson, Deborah.McCarty. So we can now predict that Meredith's address is going to be either meredith.curran@phila.gov or meredith.trago@phila.gov. You could even send to both. It doesn't matter. It's fine. And now you have her email address. Now your next question might be, what do I say in that email? What's the purpose of my reaching out? Well, you put in the subject line, fellow Terrapin, in my case, question about City of Philadelphia. And then in the text, you say, Dear Meredith, I am also a University of Maryland graduate in political science, and I am looking at making a job change. You can say what you're doing now, but you're looking at making a job change. And the city of Philadelphia is one of the places I'm considering. I'm a project manager, and I would love it if you had a few minutes, either over email exchange or over the phone, to answer a few questions about how you like working for the city. I'd be so grateful, and thanks for your consideration. Super short email. Most people respond yes to that. They're going to either invite you to have an email exchange, or they're going to invite you to have a phone call. And then you're going to go in with a list of questions, asking about what it's like to work there. And in the process, you begin building a relationship with people, which is a lot more comfortable than, hey, can you help me find a job? You're actually connecting with people to find out more about organizations that may be a good fit for you. And that's how those lasting relationships are built. And then maybe down the road, you apply for this job, you like what you heard about this city, and then you can reach out to Meredith and say, hey, by the way, I just applied for a job there. I wonder if you have any insights. Hope you're doing well. And you keep up the conversation, and you keep people posted on how you're doing in your job search, and you stay in touch, and you do this with people at every organization that you've targeted. If you like this tip and you'd like more, I have just written a guide to LinkedIn. You can get my guide by commenting in the space below if you're seeing this on social media, and just say, send me the guide, or ask me a question, something that's been challenging for you in your job search. Or if you're getting this message via email, just reply to the email and say, send me the guide, or ask me a question, and I would be delighted to put this guide in your hands. It's absolutely free. My New Year's gift to you. Let's hope that this is the year that you make that bold career move you've been dreaming of.